This is September 29th, 2025. This day just gets better and better. You know what is amazing to me? What people, for the thought of money, will do. And it's the thought of money. Who they will betray, who they will hurt. For the thought of money. Not real money. Just the thought. And then it's when the true character comes out. True character of who you are. You know, I have told you about what I'm dealing also with my husband's stepchildren and his one son threatening to bash both our skulls in, bash his skull in, take him out to Youngstown, have a corrupt attorney list him incompetent, have him thrown in a nursing home, and have everything signed over to him. And he's going to bash my head and have that attorney steal everything on me, and then they don't know what they're going to do to me, and I'd probably be flown in a river. Okay. You can't do that. Okay. His attorney is Kathy Stoneman Carrollton, mayor's wife, Bill Stoneman's wife. Told her about this. She laughed. He can't do any of it. He can't. He can't have you kidnapped, have some attorney find you incompetent, and have you locked up in a nursing home. He can't do that. And still have everything signed over to you. He can't do that. See, that was a lie they were saying that they were going to do to me during the FBI case. Now they say where they're actually dumping people in Youngstown. They might want to look in that, make sure it's not happening, because it's highly illegal. You can't do that. You know, we're going to put it this way. My husband is 9 months older than President Trump. Over the whole United States, President Trump is 79 years old. My husband just turned 80. He's 9 months older than the President of the United States. One of my clients that died, her husband, it was 85, 86 years old 2 years ago. Still driving his car. Still paying his own bills. He had stage 4 cancer, taking himself to chemo, preparing his own food. Doing his own laundry, just cleaning. You would have thought he was 60 to 70. Not way up in his 80s, almost 90. Your competency level does not matter on your age. To be found incompetent. Now, I work with the Department of Disability clients. Deal with this. You have to know what day it is, month, where you're at. You can get from point A to point B by yourself. Buy your own groceries, do your own cooking, clean your own home, do your own laundry, give you your own meds. You can take care of yourself. You're competent. And see, you can't just have an attorney or someone say, we're going to find you incompetent. We'll have people say stuff. No, you can't. You actually have to have a medical diagnosis by your doctor of dementia, Alzheimer's, or something like that. And then even when you get diagnosed with dementia, you're still not found incompetent for another year or two as your brain slowly dies. You don't know where you're at. You can't pay your own bills. You can't give your own meds. And as your brain dies and goes backwards, it's a horrible disease. But you actually have to have ongoing treatment. And then you have to have a competency hearing with a judge. You can't just order a competency hearing because someone wants to steal your land. you have to have a medical basis for it from the MD doctor that's over you. Oh, we've already told the VA. We've told the police of his little extortion plan. I've told the FBI. Investigators have showed up. I heard some guy even saying he's keeping an eye on Carl. Oh, his lovely, sweet daughter, Audrey. Isn't it amazing where the thought of $1 million lie, or actually 2 millions. Carl's property is worth on Zillow like $360,000. Google his property, comes up Zillow, estimate $360,000. Now, because there's a lake way far away, if you get on the lake, you can get property for $28,000 an acre. But you have to be on the lake, not miles and miles inland and then sitting on the back of a property of 66 acres. I've had realtors price it about anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 an acre, not $28,000 an acre. $28,000 an acre would be waterfront property. But the thought of about $2 million. She's like, well, I talked to Rick, and he hasn't done anything yet. I said, you don't understand. I've told the police. I've told the FBI of his little extortion plan of kidnapping, bashing people's head in, taking them out to Youngstown, found them incompetent, and stealing. You even tell more and more in person, you can go to jail. He tries it, they will arrest him on the spot. Well, we'll see about that. Oh. She's like, you haven't sold the property yet, have you? I said, no, but I'll tell you what, it's not worth $28,000 a thing. Don't you be selling it for less. Who is she to tell me? I said, I don't know where this entitlement is coming from. If it came from Brenda's kid, and where does Rick think he's entitled to Carl's land? Where does he think he's entitled to his father's land and his money? From Brenda's kid? She said, well, he tried to call Dad a liar that he didn't take him his money. He said, I'll tell you what, I seen the copy of the cash checks, and there wasn't one check under $1,000. I said, there's ones for $3,800, $4,000, $6,000. They stole about 50, 60 grand just in checks, and I have more I can print off. You get the idea without, you guys witnessed during the FBI case, $1,300 for Veronica, $700 for Veronica, and then Deb another $4,000 bullied out of him. In 2 months, they took all his money. She said he was starting to listen. I didn't know they took all my dad's money. She said, well, you need to stop talking to him. They have robbed him of all his money. And she said, well, I'll tell you what, Rick's not done anything to Dad yet. She said, did he threaten? I said, within the last month, he threatened him. He threatened him really bad till he's out feeding that horse in the middle of the night. Well, he needs to keep feeding that horse in the middle of the night, because Rick hasn't done it yet. Oh. You know my phone is bugged by the FBI. I did not consider her attitude and her snickering. Carl's like, I heard that. I heard her chuckle. He hasn't done it yet. Oh. I said, where's his entitlement that he thinks he can steal from Carl? That is Carl's land. Carl, he's not entitled to one damn dime. Do you understand? We'll see about that. Oh, it's the law. It is the law. He is not entitled. It is illegal to steal. And it's illegal to steal from the elderly. It is illegal to threaten to kidnap them, bodily harm them, crush their skulls in, and have a shyster attorney find them incompetent. And a shyster attorney can't do that. See, that's where I talked to Kathy Stoneman, his actual attorney. who is married to the mayor of Carrollton, and her father was a sitting judge in Carrollton when he was alive. He can't. And she's been an attorney for years, and her daughter's an attorney. He can't do that. He can't have him found incompetent by a shyster attorney, a bad attorney. They can't kidnap him and have somebody write up fraud. They can't enter it in the courts. See, no, it takes an MD doctor and your doctor with a medical diagnosis and ongoing treatment of like dementia or Alzheimer's and the decline thereof, to the point of proving you can't take care of yourself. Then they take it to a judge and then get a guardian. Carl has no signs of any dementia or Alzheimer's. None. He's totally competent. And he's only 9 months older than our sitting president. You know that thing of age is a number? When you get that old and you're just as competent as somebody who's 60, it's just a number. Because like I said, my one client's husband worked for this big company and they still give him awards. They did a couple times. I honored him for the contribution he did for the company. And he's 85 years old back then. 85 or 86. Still driving his car. Stage 4 cancer. Taking himself to chemo. Paying his own bills. Doing his own laundry. His own cooking. His own dishes. Driving his own car. Talk about a tough old bird. And if you talk to him, you would think he was 60 to 70. See, that's where our President of the United States is 79 years old. When you get that old, you're still competent. Age is just a number. And these people, see, that's where Rick, his son Matt, would he like him to say, I'm going to take you out there, bash your skull in, I'm going to steal everything you have, Dad? No, he can't do that. You can't even attempt to do that. So I don't know what fool is playing Rick, but you need to be stopping. But then again, the FBI does need to look in the competency cases out in Youngstown, since they were breaking that was a dumping ground. And see, then who does he think that's going to pay for the nursing home, where he thinks he's going to just drop him? See, that's where my son Dan loves Carl. So does his wife Jen. He offered to buy us a $130,000 house. Let us live there. Actually, extremely nice mobile home. Okay, even pay for the lot rent if he had to. And for exchange of other farmland, Carl keep it till he died, and he would stand up to these people. I don't want him killing my kid. I think they're dangerous enough to kill him. I honestly do. With them threatening our lives, I don't want him killing my kid. I said that to Carl, and Carl's like, I don't want him either. He said that's where this whole thing. See, that's where I've got another big offer that will probably be $100,000 more than what I got offered last time. And I'm trying to hold out a couple days. I'm almost to the point of rushing Carl over to the other place that offered less and just sign it over to him and take that money and go. But I'd like to hold out a couple more days, because $100,000 would make a big difference in mine and Carl's life. It is not, that's where I told his daughter Audrey, where is this entitlement coming from? Entitlement. Of thinking that Carl's property is his. He didn't pay for it. He don't pay for the taxes. He don't go out there, he didn't pay for nothing. But he's entitled because it's his kid. No, he's not. Carl could donate it. You do realize that. And there ain't a damn thing he can do. This entitlement of thinking you can steal from people is sick and disgusting, and his daughter ought to be ashamed. She was nice to her dad when she thought she was right out of the will. And where I had told her that we had took Lester out, his stepson, and she was going to get half when he dies, all of a sudden she's all big and important and she thinks she's in charge. Well, there isn't going to be a will, and they're not going to. Well, there will be a will for the stuff over in our new home. But I'll tell you what. They're not getting a damn dime when he dies. None of them are. Not a damn dime. They ought to be ashamed. He holds his chest at times, and these people are killing him inside. See, that's where I've wondered if he didn't marry me to protect himself, knowing what they were threatening to do to him. I wouldn't have put it past him. These people that think they're entitled. You know, today we were at Golden Corral and had a hard time. I couldn't hardly eat. Got a salad and stuff. I ate the salad, but I couldn't eat anything else. I took 3 bites out of a slice of ham. Made me sick. All this makes me sick. People are in there. We told the kids' attorney to knock it off. The kids don't have an attorney. It's Melissa's divorce attorney. Like they said, Dave hired some guy named Pete on his own, and Melissa's divorce attorney got together, and they made sure that Melissa got everything and that Dave would get everything. Then Melissa's divorce attorney, when the FBI actually opened a real case, went to go after the FBI case, and now is trying to get the case thrown out. It's Michelle's father and some guy named Pete Dave hired. You get it? And it's because he's in debt to the drug dealers. Got it? That's what he's doing. They picked out Dave to be a sap and sucker. Get the idea? It's her divorce attorney that is in debt to the drug dealers. That guy Will, the guy from Maslin, helping him get away with crimes. Him and his friends ran a drug scam on me. Huh? And they don't have an attorney. What would you have an attorney for? Oh, then they try to say the shower scene in the other room. It's already been debunked. Let's see. What else did they say? Oh, Melissa's mean documented games of pretend where no one ever got hurt. Nobody went to the hospital. There was no police report because the police and the FBI were already watching them, saying they were making everything up for Auntie Shell and Papa to get the house giggling and laughing in the basement on Thanksgiving of 18. And then, let's see, the Stark County Sheriff's, Maslin Police, and Officer John. And then the other FBI agents, they're documented mean games of pretend that Melissa made up. Nobody got hurt. They're just mean jokes to scare me out of my house. Like some older fat guy showed up a couple months ago. Well, I'm sorry for calling you fat. I'm in a bad mood. Older white guy, heavyset. He said, we all know her ex-daughter-in-law's running around saying something happened to her kids, and we all know nobody went to the hospital. There's no police report and no pictures of any injuries. It's just her saying it. She can go to jail for 20 years for that. If you have your kids pretend something happened to them and nothing happened to them, you go to jail for 20 years. Attempt of extortion. Get the idea? All right. Then there was other ones in there. The police that work her case told the other police to knock it off and don't ever insult her. The whole case could get thrown out. See, the police know better. They know they cannot insult an FBI informant. Then what are you really insulting? Where are you really insulting? Like they said, we all know when she reports people harassing her, she's reporting people helping pull this con off in a scam, and where to find the drug cartel. That's her reporting it. And they're making fun of her for reporting it? What are they doing? They're going to cost the whole case. All police know they cannot insult an FBI informant. Do you know most informants and people in the witness protection programs, 95% are criminals, and the government wipes out their whole past and gives them money and immunity the rest of life just to get them information on somebody? Did you know that? It's on Google. They can never insult the integrity of an FBI informant. Most of them are criminals because it throws the case out. So what were the police really insulting? A drugged up rape victim that called for help And an agent told on and told people he didn't care she was being drugged, being raped before it started. Then confessed he had the church people in his office, made fun of me for some guy named Pete, then a dirty doctor scam that's already been debunked. It's one of theirs. He works for them, and they lied he was one of my doctors. That's why I didn't know who he was. It's the whole thing's a scam from Bill from the Freemasons. It's the most stupidest scam on earth. Huh? My ex-husband's girlfriend's father and his friends running a drug scam on me? Drug confessions and photoshopping and washing? And their little perverted tapes? So, what are the police making fun of? Let's see. Someone that offered to get information for the church people, and here we end up getting cartel and leaders of cartels, and they got thousands off this case, saved hundreds. While my skull got crushed in, I got raped, tortured, human trafficked, drugged till I lost 70 pounds, stalked, almost shot in the head driving, had to hide on a shooting night. I lived through a 007 movie. That's where Walter Moss, my friend from the Stark County Prosecutor's Office years ago, he told me, he said, Karen, you don't realize you have a lot of great favor with a lot of officers. They think really highly of you for working this FBI case. Do you know a lot of them tell people I'm amazing? She lived through all that. She has no training. And she got us all this, helped us get all this information on all of these people. How dare you insult her? She almost died to save all those people. We all know this woman's innocent. Oh, we always knew they drugged her and told her to say it before, and we always knew they photoshopped washing in the shower in the other room. With that tape and weird with herself, it's photoshopped of washing in the shower. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you they interviewed my whole family. They spoke highly of her. What else do they say? Melissa's so stupid she made everything up when you're fishing with Dave. She's actually not stupid. She didn't check where you were. One of those kids get tape stating they made everything up. They were sitting around laughing, making everything up behind Karen's back while she's risking her life to save everyone. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. So, you want me to keep going on? They speak really highly of me. So why would the cops interfere when they know they can't insult an FBI informant? Why are they trying to help get rid of an FBI case and let drug cartels release? They know better. To ever insult the integrity of an FBI informant. We're up in Summit Mall back on September 20th, 25, right outside. Some ladies were talking. We talked to the police. They said they always knew Karen never lied about one thing. She called the FBI hotline with threats and attempts on her life, and those people walked into an FBI office and confessed to agents they were trying to kill her and they were harming her. The rest was caught on police surveillance. I had a state patrol officer start watching me. He said, I looked her up. Everything she said happened. She's lucky to be alive and that she's all right. You know, November 20th or 21st of 23, my ex-husband fled the country. Within a few days up in Bueller's North Main in Akron, there's a Middle Eastern man and his little boy. Turns around, smiles at me great big. It's finally got body. And it's actually got body. Dave's gone forever. And no one can ever say a word to Karen. The guy turns around, he smiles at me. He said the king told his men that they ever see her out, they better make sure nothing happens to her. Or he'll take care of him himself. That's when the Texas group started acting like they were protecting me. It's weird. But this one guy kept trying to act like he's selling me. Okay? Well, the other day, yesterday, some man was complaining how he didn't think it was funny how that agent told on me, telling people he knew I was being drugged, being raped, and how mean he was to me on the phone. And I turned around and I seen him. Somebody said today it was one of the Kingsmen. And he had told them no one better insulted her when she's out. See, when you lie to a cartel, you're lucky they don't got you. My ex-husband lied to him repeatedly. And the people that he hired turned on him. Where they said in September of 23, some of the drug dealers don't even find this funny anymore. And when you find out this is Michelle, his ex-girlfriend's father's drug debt, and they put me through this to pay off his drug debt, and they harm me this bad. See, that's where nobody finds them funny. And like some of the Texas group was talking, we were hired to scare her out of everything. And Michelle's group was trying to kill her. And they were harming her. And this one guy from Texas group said, I told those people in Michelle's group, they put one more hand on her, I'll cut their head off. Last year. They were tired of it. And they had said several times, we were hired to scare her out of everything. And Michelle's group was trying to kill her. And when they found out, Dave lied all of them. And that it's drug confessions and photoshopping and washing, and they made everything up on me. You lied to a cartel you hired. You're lucky they don't kill you. They're lucky they were just laughing at him that he fled. Get the idea? Agent John, people were talking in Alliance where they said they were setting you up to go be arrested off this. That there is a chance you could go to jail if you don't pay me. There is, because then you open the case to defraud me, and then all those drug dealers will walk. Because we all know you told on me. We all know you don't have an authority to ask anybody, stay quiet. See, that's where an agent said, put common sense on this. Who can put a gag order on you? Right off the bat, who can put a gag order on you? A judge. And a police officer? No. Do you know what an agent is? A federal police officer. Don't have the authority. Where my friend at the prosecutor's office, criminal attorney, police, and Grant's friend that's an FBI agent, he doesn't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. He's just a police officer. He's only bullying you. Then he's already admitted that he had the Vegas in his office, the church people. He knew they were trying to kill me because strangers lie, da-da-da-da-da, laughing at me, mocking me. Made fun of me for some guy named Pete. I found out Dave hired on his own. Still don't know who he is. Then something about a dirty doctor scam. And it's not one of mine. He works for them and they lied. So stupid. I still don't know who he's talking about. Sounded crazy. Made me beg for my life, then listed me informant with money immunity, then threatened me. He's already admitted he had everybody in his office. He's already talked to everyone. Everyone knew. Then he was seen by hundreds telling people that he knew I was being drugged, being raped, and didn't care. Because Strange made up a lie on me 15 years ago and called me a faker when it was a medication error medical malpractice. The night before at Apostolic Church of Barberton, he told hundreds of people that. Then confessed on a recorded line he had already met with all these people. Now, I'm going to put it this way. And I'm going to put it this way. Where they said, well, it's a legal loophole, he told on her before. January 19th. You don't have the authority to ask her to stay quiet. He was only bullying her, so he opened the case to defraud her. He stole her money. Even Grant's friend, that's an FBI agent, if she honestly didn't get her money, the only one who stole it was that agent. And they're banking on he stole that money. Where even people today said, that agent can go to jail for defrauding her. Oh, and theft. I like my money, Agent John. Stand up for me. Seriously. Do you know 14th Amendment, you cannot withhold protection? Where they said even the police will run around saying no one's to care what happened to her. You lose your badge and you go to jail 20 years. 14th Amendment, you cannot withhold protection from any U.S. citizen. You cannot seize anybody's money but due process of the law. 14th Amendment. So where they're saying, the police are saying that no one's to care what happened to her. Name. Department of Justice, they'll be arrested 20 years. Obstruction of justice, tampering with evidence, aiding and abetting crime, and breaking constitutional rights. You cannot withhold protection from any U.S. citizen. It's illegal. I'm going to upload this.